Shouldn't we find Pop Lane, get rid of the cargo, the sales goods, the marketables?
The problem is the cargo is being held captive right now.
Oh, you're not taking that thing in town?
Why not?
That's contraband.
No, this is Patrick.
How generous of you, Mayor Hamburger. Hamburger. How do you spell that? Did I miss something?
Yes, hamburger.
I will not be held responsible as a player for this sale.
No, we can fully hold you responsible for this.
Oh,
Your name is on the documentation.
What do you mean elks can't go in the bath? Why not? I'm a loyal paying customer.
So-
I don't understand.
So I'm very sorry. We can't have
listen,
the elk in the bath.
He's a reasonably sized creature. The ruling goes, if he fits, he sits. Okay? I don't make the rules. Them's the rules.
Hello, Foundlings, and welcome back to another episode of the Gate Chronicles. This is Season 1, Episode 22, and I am your Game Master and host for this episode. My name is Emily, also known as Snow. I also play Snow in the other podcast, but that one's not as cool as this one. But hey, if you still like my voice and everyone else's voice, well, listen, there's only one other player who's in that. You can go check that out. It's literally, a thing we do. So, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves, starting to my right.
Hi, I'm the aforementioned other voice on the podcast. Normally I'm part of the SAO campaign, but here I just play
Charles Smoot, 57-year-old biology teacher, born and raised in upstate New York, currently lost in this seemingly post-apocalyptic world.
Hi, I'm Zach. I play Alfred Kenneth Mast. Well, for those of you who haven't picked up on the pun yet, he goes by a shorthand name of Al K. Mast. If that doesn't sum things up for you, I'm sorry.
My name is Jaden. I play Finavir Avir. He's a bard that's an aspiring merchant, hoping to find his way in this world.
Hi, I'm Andrew, and I play Alan Taylor, the resident idiot in chief that may or may not have sold our very expensive lizard for a less than expensive price.
All right, so with that out of the way, let's get started. As all things should start,
with trumpets and fanfare.
No, there's no trumpets and fanfare. Getting back to the adventure at hand, some of you have bathed, or at least performed an action that could be considered bathing, except you're still kind of dirty from sitting in mud. But beyond that, the others have also come up with a secret that must be kept per contract, and by others we mean Alan Taylor. You all are meeting outside of the inn and bathhouse where you just exited from. Cerulean has bows in his fur, and he looks like he has been brushed very thoroughly. Alan Taylor is currently at a food stall, looking a little bit nervous.
He didn't get to eat his other kebab.
Oh, no, I ate it earlier.
He's food motivated.
Yeah, he was definitely dual fist on those kebabs.
I would like to look around for the rest of my idiots.
Oh, I'd be hailing him over. Taylor, this way.
Finn.
What's got you so excited?
Yo, just slow your roll.
I come around to him and start patting his back. I'm like,
I'm
what's
gonna
up?
need you to break some news to Cece.
I don't like where this conversation is going.
I may or may not have done as instructed.
Alan Taylor, you feel a searing pain in your mouth as you begin to open it.
Oh, that's some fancy contracts.
You okay there, buddy?
It hurts.
What hurts?
Well,
Doing what you told me to. Oh, no, you didn't eat the kebabs, did you?
Not that.
What did you tell him to do?
I don't remember. All I remember is I got a nice relaxing bath, and after my back pain went away, I just
Before that,
forgot
Taylor.
about everything.
if you have any pain around you, these baths are actually pretty great. They say they're the best around, and I'd say that they're pretty close. Just look at this. I put my hands on Smoot, and I turn his back around.
It doesn't hurt anymore.
Try not to be amazed. Do your best.
Go ahead and take a perception.
9.
It looks good. I mean, his skin looks like it's not red. There's
Does
no.
it feel like skin?
You didn't say you were touching it. You said you were looking for the most part.
Oh, I would definitely recommend the Supreme Deluxe package. It does wonders. Yeah, I feel like I'm like 5 years younger.
But if you decide to touch his bag, you'd have to ask him if you can do that.
I wouldn't ask him. I just do it.
I didn't ask him either.
Y'all don't know about consent. Bad boys. No, you're fine. Okay, so you just walk over and you touch his back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sense of touch. Roll your perception again.
7.
Feels like skin.
It feels so smooth, so silky, and you go only downwards, and it's just the smoothest skin you've ever felt. It's actually kind of weird, because you're just petting him on the back now.
Do I feel any sensation?
It tickles.
Hey, whoa. What are you doing? You don't even ask before you start touching people.
So silky smooth. How long has it been since you've been so miserable with that back?
How long has it been since I was miserable? Like, I don't know, like 30 minutes.
Yes. You've been fighting with that miserable back for some time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, pretty much for about like 2-3 weeks. I mean, that was just the skin irritation. I've had like a crick in my back for quite some time. Standard like aches, pains,
Being old.
Hey, Zach, don't get old, Finavir. It's not fun.
How many summers are you anyway?
What?
He's asking how old.
57.
You guys are standing about, just having a nice conversation.
Finavir, Mest and David, just got Taylor. Where'd Kelsey run off to?
I believe she's with Cece. Maybe not. She might have gone off alone. That's besides the point.
We should probably find our other compatriots.
No, not yet.
Why?
Because
Well,
I
the
need
food
the
stand-
word man.
The food stands can wait, Taylor. Listen,
No.
I know you want to try and swindle people out of their hard-earned livings, but you can get kebabs any day. We'll make more than enough money, I promise.
Taco Shack.
You are dense and do not remember things. I need the word man. Finn, I'm gonna need you to talk me out of a situation.
What did you do?
For the 3rd time, I'm going to need you to break some, and I will gesture to empty hands, news to CC.
What is wrong with you? Why are you gesturing to your body? Listen, Cece might be a woman, but she is still considered a child in my eyes. That is wrong. It is wrong. And he just shakes his head at you.
My hands are empty.
Yes, but
They weren't.
So did you lose?
Finn wasn't there to know that.
I know. I'm explaining this to Finn.
So did you lose something?
Okay.
In a manner of speaking.
Does this really matter right now? I think we really need to figure out what we're doing because the day is
Finn.
starting to waste away.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to get
alright,
late soon.
Finn, I need you to focus. I need you
Okay.
to look at me.
Okay, well, I'll help
Cece
you.
Will be upset. What would make her upset?
There's a lot of things that could make her upset.
Someone loses her snake belt, I suppose.
Not the snake belt.
She's told to go back home and that she can't travel with us.
That
I
would
would
break
make
her heart.
her upset.
That would make her really upset.
Hey guys. Oh, I was looking for you all.
Kelsey!
Hi.
Oh, we were looking for you too. This is perfect timing.
Hello,
Oh.
Kelsey.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, no, maybe, I guess. Does anybody think there's something weird going on in this village?
Well, I want to go find Cece.
Absolutely.
Extremely. Why?
I don't know.
Did anyone bother talking to the villagers? I mean, I tried a bit, but they would just avoid me.
Most of them have been avoiding me, too.
What are you
There's-
talking about?
Well, first off, there's very clearly been something... maybe we should talk about this somewhere else.
I talked to a villager. He offered me the Supreme Deluxe package.
You talked to a shopkeep.
Yeah.
The Supreme
You didn't talk
Deluxe.
to a villager.
Well, do you think he doesn't live in the village?
Well, he probably does,
Oh,
but
so he's a
his
villager.
job is to talk to people.
Oh, well, I mean, that's probably a good point.
So,
We'll talk to the lady that rubbed my back, too.
Kelsey gives you a very curious look.
I'm pretty sure it's also her job to talk to people.
Probably. Oh, Kelsey, my back's better.
Did you notice anything strange, particularly?
Well, there's a large hole in the back of the wall that way.
And she points towards the back of the village.
But everyone seems to be avoiding that area. Or at least anybody going back there. They tried to divert me away from that spot a lot.
Well,
No one tried to stop me.
well, if they had some rough monster attacks around here, they probably wouldn't want to advertise that, especially because they're trying to get so much social publicity. Have you met the mayor?
I was there when he did the whole celebration thing.
Yep. And as soon as he found out that we were broke, out of there.
My diagnosis, despotic rich folk.
This what?
Despotic rich folk.
That's a big word for you. What's wrong? Are you okay? Did you hit your head?
Big, bad, mean rulers.
You are so judgmental.
Well, he did seem like a greedy type, and typically the greedy rich type tend to trample all over the poor folk.
He seems motivated with nothing else.
I mean, nobody in the village looks really like they're, despot.
And she put air quote around that.
Maybe a little stressed. But yeah, I get the same idea.
Well, hey, which way did you say that hole in the wall was?
That way.
Yeah, it's right over this way.
And so Smoot just begins to walk in that direction.
Oh, okay.
Smoot, do you even know where you're going?
Oh,
Me and Kelsey are apparently the only ones who have seen this wall.
Oh, you said that way.
And he points in the direction you pointed.
Yeah, it's at least around a corner, though, that way.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to miss
Yeah.
once you get back there.
Well, I also figured, if I got to the wall, and even if I had to do like a complete circle around the entire town, I'd eventually get to the wall where there's a hole in it.
So,
That depends. Would the hole be the gate that you stop at?
Probably not. That sounds a little bit too well put together. This sounded more like crude, like I don't
Yes. Yes, it looks like
know.
something.
I'm sure I'll find my way.
would you like us to take you there?
Oh, sure. Why not everyone come along?
Oh, okay.
Sounds like a plan.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Cece and Molly already found it. She's probably oohing and awing at it.
I didn't see them over there.
Oh, wow.
I haven't seen them since I split off with you all.
I'm sure they'll be fine. They're probably just off having fun. Kids these days.
I don't know kids these days.
Neither do I.
Cece's probably having fun. Amali, not so much.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that does sound right.
All right, let's see what's going on.
Okay.
While we travel, I'm going to pull Finavir to the side, by the shoulder, and pull him up to his ear. I need you to tell Cece that Patrick ran away.
You can't say half of it.
I can't get Patrick out.
What happens, though, when he tries?
Your mouth starts to burn.
What would your reaction to that be? Okay, so
I need you to tell Cece.
He's suddenly choking on a hot dog. I don't know.
Are you having a seizure back there, Taylor?
I mean,
No.
I can do that, but I don't really see the point. If it means that much to you, I'll do it, Taylor.
Tell Cece.
I'm gonna go word by word and stop me when I can't say it. Rick has.
As you keep going and you're thinking your way through what you're going to say, you start to realize it's the intention of what you're trying to get across.
So even if it was coded, just expressing the intent.
I'm trying to figure out a way to say what I want to lie to Cece that happened, not what actually happened.
You
and
can't.
I'm trying to figure out why I'm not allowed to lie about what happened.
Because your character, it's the intent what your character's trying to do.
I'm trying to tell him a lie.
Pertaining to the creature, which the creature's part of the deal, and you were supposed to disclose nothing
That's
about
a very
the deal.
awful way, because what if of getting that across?
You have to lie to yourself. That'd probably be the easiest way to do it. Yeah.
Thinking about it, and it's the thought process of
Listen, you
interpreting
can't
it.
lie to other people
There's
until
a
you
deep
lie to yourself.
There is now a deep burning desire
in your mouth. Yes.
In Taylor's mind to throttle Popeye for terrible ideas.
Hey, but it makes for funny joke. No?
I no longer.
I like how
Popeye.
Taylor is just is everywhere we go. We pick one person and we deeply hate that
Taylor
person.
is now a.
For
literally every story
That is
arc.
his character arc: is finding a new person to resent.
Toda, Warrensburg,
No,
now
it was
Popeye.
Warrensburg, Toda, now it's Popeye.
You all make your way towards the back of the village where
Yes.
that would be Alfred and everybody else.
Because we're
you-
all there.
You all do see that the wall is toppled over in the back area. It appears to have been damaged by something.
And there's slime on it.
Perceive that wall.
Sure, you can roll a perception check.
Why am I struggling? I shouldn't be struggling. 19 for Smoot's perception.
Okay. You see that the wall in the back, as Alfred has said, and he's pointing out to you, there is slime of some sort that is coating different parts of the wall. There are broken pieces of the wall. You can't really tell exactly what has broken them. And beyond that, you also notice that a lot of villagers are almost starting to get in your way and block you from going any further towards other parts of the wall and broken houses.
Can I try to read their intentions down to if they're doing this out of fear or...
So that would be a sense motive.
That is a 14 for Finn.
For a hunch, you are not sure. You can't really tell why they're doing it. It could be out of fear. It could also just be out of concern for your well-being.
If someone gets in my way, I will try and either push past them or ask them.
Is there a reason why you don't want us to look at the giant hole in the wall?
You can roll diplomacy.
Grand total, 5.
All right. The person just looks at you. Don't worry about back here. Just go on your way.
Well, is everything okay?
It's unsafe back here. Some just buildings that need to be revamped, and everything is fine.
Do you need assistance with that?
I'm gonna butt in, and I was like, Smoot, what did I tell you about being abrasive? I'm sorry, my compatriot here is a little rough around the edges.
I was asking them if they need assistance rebuilding their broken homes. Isn't that charitable and generally well-liked by most people?
Yes, but you said in a very Smoot way.
I don't know what's smooty about that, but I just offered if they need to help. I just wanted to know what happened.
Yes, we're actually looking for work. We're affiliated with the Seekers. Perhaps there's something that we can do.
Okay, roll your diplomacy.
Significantly better than Smoot's.
You have no idea.
I think it's significantly better without a die roll.
Is it greater than 0?
He also rolled a 19.
28.
Okay. So you're hunters then? Or seekers? I'm sorry. I'm not quite familiar with the guild that you're in. But if you're looking to help out in some way, maybe you should talk to the mayor.
Oh, thanks for the advice. Much appreciated.
She smiles and sort of like shoos you away.
Let's not cause any trouble. I'll try to get the group's sway to move.
Can I either perception or sense motive to tell if they are attempting to hide something either than the hole in the wall or the damaged houses?
You can roll a sense motive if you're...
I want to see if they're like trying to I don't know, hide something different. Like, who knows? Maybe they're like stashing illegal goods or something.
So you're trying to get a hunch?
Yeah, just trying to get a hunch regarding whether it is just, there's a hole in the wall and that looks bad, or is it something else? That is a total of a 20 on Smoot's sense motive.
With the hunch, you start to get this sensation in your gut as if there's definitely something that is being hidden from you. That they are not wanting to disclose. And it does seem that some people seem uncomfortable in their avoidance of you.
With how the hole in the wall is, could I take a look at it and see whether it looks like something broke in through the wall or out of the wall?
Sure.
19.
It looks like there are buildings collapsed inside of the village, and it also looks like the wall may have collapsed inwards towards some of the other houses.
Okay. So that would lead more to something broke in rather than breaking.
I'm going to lean into Mest. I bet on big monsters breaking in.
I don't exactly trust the village too much at this point. I was debating whether it could have been either way. Something breaking in or something breaking out.
So we're thinking there's a problem outside of the village?
Well, based on the destruction of the wall and everything, it looks like something was trying to get in rather than get out.
Something rather large, I might add.
And slimy.
And by the fact that she asked if we are hunters, I would say we have a bit of a creature problem on our hand.
I swear if it's more Todas.
And also that there are hunters in the area that might be after whatever's out there. Also, I wouldn't be too concerned. It doesn't look like I got terribly far into the village, unless these people are really good at building.
I'd rather not go out of my way to hunt something out there right now. Don't we have other things we need to worry about?
Yeah, like waiting.
Making money while we have 3 days of spare time. If we can help these people, rebuild the houses, rebuild the wall, help them defend against whatever's coming at them, it could be potentially lucrative.
Maybe if we help Popeye with repairs, maybe we can leave earlier.
Do you know how to fix a wagon wheel?
If I have all the pieces, maybe.
I have experience working with wheels.
Do you know how to find a new herd animal?
No.
They probably have somewhere that they can just buy them.
More than likely, but again, I feel like that's more Popeye's thing.
Maybe I'll give a shot at talking to the mayor, see if we can actually get some work. Maybe I'll see if I can talk to the locals, see if I can get any better, more accurate information.
I'm figuring I might just go back to the caravan and see if I can help with the repairs.
All right, cool. You go work the crowd. We'll go talk to the mayor. Sounds good.
Smoot starts walking off towards the mayor's house.
I don't like the mayor. I'm going to walk back to the caravan.
Who exactly is the mayor, Smoot?
Oh, fanfare man.
You saw him.
Fanfare man.
I know I've seen him, but I don't think my character was actively told.
Let's see. What did I have? Mr. Heisenberg, Hindenburg, Hamble, Hamburger, Thimble Timber. I don't know.
So you're going... Okay.
What, do you want to come with us?
It's fine. I don't mind doing that. I just don't...
Would you have something better in mind?
No. It's fine. We can go.
I mean, the townspeople don't really want us to stay here. Finevir's the more diplomatic individual, and he doesn't want me to smoot all over the place, so,
All right. I mean, maybe I should go with you. You might need all the support you can get.
I mean, listen, Finevere doesn't want me to make a bad impression, and yet he trusted me going and talking to the one person who actually has the power to kick us out of town, so onward.
Oh, wait, no, Mr. Finevere, this is not a good idea.
Smoot's already walking.
Oh.
Did I hear that?
You can make a perception check.
He heard the line, I'm gonna go talk to the one guy who can kick us out of here.
So, 24 for Fit.
You definitely hear the end of the sentence that just kind of goes as they're walking away and you're going your way. Mr. Finevere, this is not a good idea.
Oh, well, with my great concern of my compatriots, I'll run over.
Mr. Smoot, really, I don't think it's a...
Oh, what do you
he
mean?
brought up a great point.
Oh, well, we're just going to talk to Mr. Hamble Gimber.
He did bring up the point that he could be the one that kicks us out of town if, for example, we mess up with diplomatic relations.
Oh, nonsense. Everything will be fine.
Smooth.
What? You said you wanted to talk to the townspeople. They didn't seem to like me, and you didn't want me to get my smoot all over the place, so,
It's up to you, Mr. Finn, but I don't know if this is going to work out for the best in the end.
Well, Mr. Smoot, you do know Kelsey's instincts have been on point 100% of the time so far.
100%.
She pats him on the back.
It's hard to argue with that logic.
I mean, you're right 100% of the time. You're correct. That is true, so,
Okay, maybe we should just do this together, and we can ensure that we don't get kicked out of town too early.
I mean, I'm just walking to the mayor's house. I don't know what you want from me.
I would personally like to find a weapon that doesn't put me right in the thick of things.
Do you have money for that?
No, I mean, I don't.
Look, you've been a wonderful asset to the group. I mean, I wouldn't mind spotting you, or buying something of your choice and lending it.
I was just hoping to get something, before we left this village, just in case something again happened on the way.
Well, we'd have to find a local vendor because the markets are closed right now. I hear they open back up tomorrow.
Or there's an entire caravan of people with goods.
You make an excellent point.
I have those moments some days.
Good job, Smoot.
Thanks.
That's why we keep you around.
And here I thought it was for my beautiful looks.
Finevere.
Yeah.
You feel something pulling on your pant leg.
Okay, I look.
There's a small boy behind you.
Hello, sir.
Oh, hello there.
Are you here to fight off the monsters?
I have a question. Can I perception check and see if this was the small child that ran into Taylor?
Sure.
12.
Doesn't appear to be that child.
Okay.
I'll crouch down to his level. We are with Seekers. They solve problems for coin.
Do they?
Yes, they do. All the time, in fact.
Oh, well.
You have a problem with monsters here?
Oh, well, it ain't me dad, so I ain't got one no more. Which is good, because now I can eat all the cakes I want.
Hold on, I gotta write this.
Do you have a parental figure, or like just an aunt, a grandmother, an orphanage?
I have a grandma.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Didn't need to collect another one. Imagine if Cece took this one and named it, I don't know,
Morty.
My name's Gunther.
Oh, that's probably better than what Cece would give you, so. I don't know, might not be.
And my name's Finevere.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Finevere.
So is that a common problem around here or something new?
Well, I've been told not to talk about it too much.
Oh, I've been told to not talk about a lot of things.
I've been told not to talk at all.
And he's still doing it.
But here we are.
Well, me grandma says I shouldn't be talking to strangers, especially after my dad got it.
You know, I do think that there's something to be said about a respect for your elders, but some people do make a living from talking to strangers. So there's a lot to consider.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm talking to you now. If you want information, I'll take payment in cakes.
I have cupcakes. How many?
I won't take none less than 20 cake.
What can I do for a half pound of chocolate?
I'm allergic to chocolate.
You're allergic to chocolate? That's awful!
I know. My dad wouldn't let me eat it before, but maybe I can eat it now since he's not around.
If you were allergic to chocolate, you're most likely still allergic to chocolate.
All right, you seem to be pretty business-minded.
If you can't pay the toll, you can't get the information.
Smoot just begins walking off.
I like the cut of your jib.
He starts to skip away.
Am I sure this isn't the same kid?
Smoot begins to walk towards the mayor's house.
Okay. Well, we'll have to pick up some cakes on the way back.
Benavir now has a new goal and mission.
Acquire cakes to be sold for information.
I like the cut of his jib.
No, he wants.
Dad.
But
I can eat as many
it's
cakes
blowing
as I
my
want now.
mind how openly this small child has just admitted his father has been eaten.
It ain't my dad.
Have you met
but I
children?
can eat the cake.
I know, but like,
I've had a little one around my workspace lately. They say the darndest things with no conviction.
yes.
All right, so.
I can have as much cake as I want.
Well, that was interesting.
A little morbid, but maybe it like metaphorically ate him whole.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It could have been worse. Maybe he wasn't eaten whole. Maybe he was torn up into bits and pieces and...
Yeah, let's go to the mayor's house and see if we can rebuild the wall and not go outside of it.
Walls do solve problems.
Apparently this one just goes straight through the wall, though, so
They need a stronger
Right.
wall.
we need a bigger, thicker wall.
Oh, that's right.
big, beautiful concrete wall.
Keep all those illegals out.
I get my lute out and I play us some background music.
So, you guys walk through the village and head in the direction where you think the mayor's house
I've been
is. The direction where you remember seeing the mayor enter into.
That place. I presume it's his home.
So, you go there.
Ta-da! I think this is where he lives. This is where I saw him. He kind of like walked in and then walked out.
I mean, it would make sense. There's a big wall surrounding a building with another wall inside and another building.
With another wall? Is that's wallception. That's like 4 different layers of barriers.
Must be secure.
Very secure.
Right.
So, do you guys go inside?
I begin to walk inside.
Go ahead and roll your perception checks.
9 for Finn.
21 for Smoot.
28.
Nice.
Okay. You all see that as you enter in, there are guards or people that look like they're guards, not really dressed in any sort of uniform, but in somewhat makeshift armor, walking around the center part of this area. You also start to hear the sound of what may be arrows thunking into targets inside the leftmost building that also has a wall. To the right, you do see the other building, which appears to be a sort of manor. Inside, another wall with 2 guards standing out front.
I will just like enjoy the thunking because I'm like, ooh, organization, like a symphony.
Yeah, you hear somebody like start screaming like, it went too wide! It went too wide! Somebody's like screaming, I don't know.
A symphony that has a tuba that shouldn't be there.
This is what you see.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
No, wah, wah, wah.
No, you don't hear any wah, wah, wah.
That's good as far as my character's concerned.
Smoot shouts at the top of his lungs in the middle of the courtyard.
Hey, has anyone seen Hamble, Gimber? The mayor?
You see some of the guards just look back and forth at each other, and then they just continue to look straight ahead.
We're here to solve a monster problem.
Smoot, I never signed up for that officially.
Probably pays well.
Heckin' better.
When you say the last part, the monster problem, you just hear like some doors burst open, and the song begins to play. Stand aside! Stand aside! Excuse me, thank you. I heard there's somebody out here looking to solve our monster problem. The mayor walks out.
It depends. What does it pay?
He looks you up and down. Ah, it's you, I see. Well, have you got any experience?
Actually, I think what really matters is whether or not you have a monster problem.
I don't know. No one's really been all forthright about it.
He just pauses. Of course we don't have a monster problem. Well, whatever could would you mean? And he just silences the band. A good day to you, sirs. And he starts to go back inside.
I'm gonna, with my hands kind of hush them. Of course, a place like this would never have a monster problem.
Charge him extra for our confidentiality.
We should totally.
Oh, not a place like this.
And he starts the band back up. Well, of course, we would never have a monster problem, not in a place like Newern Village.
No, that must be some other village. But if they were, and there was a capable group, what'd you say the starting price would be?
I'd say we'd have to maybe meet in my office to have a discussion.
Well, I can't imagine that we'd talk about anything like that, but you say we'd be welcome there for a chat anyway?
He looks like he's trying to think.
Carry the one, get through the
Because this place would never have such problems.
This place would never have such problems, of course not.
But if someone were to try to hire someone to fix such a problem, they would need to talk to them, preferably in private.
Make a perception check.
How confused is he?
A 5 for Finn. A natural 1 plus 4.
Finavir just as confused as Hamble, Gimber.
He seems to be smiling, and you don't really notice anything else beyond that. Well, if you would like to talk about potential monster problems that could ever happen, you never know what could happen in the future.
You can always plan.
Planning is important for us, almost township, to be ready
An
for
ounce of-
anything.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
What is he saying? I don't...
That's a saying. Don't ignore him.
Really, that one didn't come over, but the duck song did.
Please, let's talk business. And I'll start walking forward, gesturing, hoping he mirrors that and starts walking
the
and
duck
leading.
walked up to the man running the stand. They
We had
got
some
monster
meme-
problems.
You start walking towards him, and he starts to turn and gestures for the guards to move out of the way, and the band continues to play behind him, and you follow after.
All right.
Oh, thank goodness he was here, else I don't think that would have gone well.
What do you mean? My expert plan worked flawlessly. Isn't that right, Finavir?
Is that really an expert plan?
Well, I mean, it
Listen,
got his attention.
We got in. We're probably going to get paid. We hopefully won't die. All according to plan.
I feel like the getting paid comes after the not dying.
Preferably. Well, I mean, I don't care if he pays me up front. That's even better.
Maybe you all would like to stay out here while we talk business.
Oh, no, I want to watch this.
I think it would be fair if we went inside as well.
Need to know what we're up against.
All right.
Need to know what money is going to be involved.
Absolutely. I don't want to get shorted.
I like the way you say that.
Kelsey just crosses her arms, looks really confident.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying now, because money's important, and we're all poor.
That we are.
As you guys are going in, you hear a familiar voice,
Hey, guys, where you going?
Cece?
and you turn and you see Cece and Amali walking towards you, appearing from the other building.
What are you guys doing here?
We were working on her shooting practice.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
Indeed.
Cool. Well, Finivir's about to make his money.
That's good. Yeah. Does that mean I won't have to foot the bill for you anymore?
Probably, but you're going to probably have to kill some giant creature.
I'm not helping you kill anything. What? Does that mean we're going on a hunt?
Yeah, absolutely, Cece. You're coming with us.
I am? No. Absolutely not. That is not happening.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not happening yet, at least. We
Yeah.
still have to talk out the details with the mayor. So,
You know what, Cece? We're gonna go right back to the wagons.
I don't want to go to the wagons. The wagons are really boring. I want to kill things.
just like any reasonable young lady would want to do. Come on, Amali. You're going to deny her that right?
He looks very concerned.
What have I done? What have I gotten you into?
I mean, what better practice with a bow could there be than live target?
a target that
Sure.
doesn't try to bite you.
She'll be perfectly safe, really far away. You can babysit her, and if anything gets near her, you just punch it in the face.
For the record, I've walked far enough away that I'm just making small talk with the mayor and not part of this conversation.
Of course, you're doing this. There is nothing wrong in Newern whatsoever.
I'll compliment him, his town, and the wonderful luxurious baths. I will sing the tale.
Oh, so you're trying to butter him up. Okay. So Amali just says,
No. This is for self-defense only.
Yeah, you walk up to a creature, it attacks you, and then you self-defend yourself.
Ugh.
And even better yet, I mean, there's preemptive self-defense, too. If something you perceive is going to be dangerous, you gotta take care of it before it ever gets you.
Kelsey interrupts you.
I mean, listen, that's what we had to do with the Russians in the 80s.
So wait, you said there's a shooting range over there, I assume?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, great, I'll go with you.
She glares at Smoot.
What? What are you wrong? I don't know. All I'm saying is if we took care of Vietnam before the Viet Cong infiltrated the South, everything would have been fine.
What are foreigners?
He just starts to walk away, and Kelsey follows after.
I'm going to start following after Finavir, or at least trying to catch up to him.
Okay.
I want to know what goes on here.
Okay. All right. So,
Smoot would also follow up and try and overhear the mayor's conversation.
all right. So they go inside the building, and you all are inside. Over at Alan Taylor, what are you up to?
Well, I would return to the caravan, and I would go up to the front cart. Does it appear as though the wheel has been fixed yet?
It appears that the wheel is not yet fixed.
Do I see anyone working on it?
You don't see anybody at the front cart right now, or the front wagon.
Interesting. I go to the second wagon
Okay. You go to the second wagon.
and
Okay.
knock on the outer support beam. Knock, knock.
Okay.
Is anyone in there?
The door opens, and you see the baker lady at the door.
Oh, there. Is anyone from the front cart around?
Oh, are you here to buy cupcake? Oh, I have not made any for today, but if you are interested in cupcake, I'd love to have you here. It'd be great.
Maybe tomorrow. But right now I'm trying to find anyone from the front cart, either Madame Popla or any of her subordinates. I'm trying to see if I can lend a hand fixing up the front cart.
Oh, don't you worry about that. You've been helping with the defense of the wagon, so you are fine.
I mean, I get that much, but like I need something to do.
I mean, if I remember correctly, Madame Popla may be in the village.
Do you need any help then?
No, ma'am does not belong in my kitchen.
That is a fair point. I would probably burn any food I touch.
She laughs.
Well, if you do not want cupcake, I must get back to my work.
Very well then, ma'am.
Oh, thank you very much for stopping by. It is great pleasure to have you.
It's a great pleasure talking to you, ma'am.
She winks and closes the door.
Okay, how many wagons are in the caravan?
16.
Oh, my goodness. I will go throughout the rest of the caravan and see if anyone could use an extra pair of strong hands.
For the most part, each wagon you go to, it's either empty or people aren't answering the door, or you get flat out rejected. And most of them are saying something along the lines of, you are already doing your job, or you're a paying customer and that kind of stuff.
No work to be found here.
It's a merchant's pride.
Well, then I guess I'm going to go back to my cart and start doing some aerobics. I don't know, nothing else to do. Might as well work out.
Okay, you start doing aerobics.
Yo, I just imagine Alan Taylor jazzercising.
Also,
No, not jazzercising. Strictly push-ups, squats, stuff like
That's
that.
calisthenics.
No, yeah, that's right. That's calisthenics. I mixed up calisthenics and aerobics. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Bite me.
okay, so back at the mayor's manor, I'm sorry to say this, but cerulean is not allowed inside.
How dare they?
That was very delayed as a reaction.
That's because at first I thought they said Cece wasn't allowed inside, and I thought, oh, that makes sense. But then I'm like, no, not my elk. He's part of the family.
Oh dear.
Why don't you stay? Why don't you stay outside and keep Cerulean?
Is there a
busy?
post or something?
There's a place outside. He's being kept. You're
Cerulean.
not given a choice.
I just hold up my hand.
Cerulean, stay.
Roll handle animal.
23.
Okay. He doesn't seem to do anything.
That's the way I trained you.
Sir, your elk cannot just stand outside of the front door.
Where do you want him to stand?
We can put him in the stables.
Okay, he's your problem now. If that thing gets hurt, if any of those braids get messed up, if his hair gets ruffled, do you know what I had to pay to get this job done?
No.
I'll be back.
And I just do the two fingers, my eyes, two finger his
As
eyes.
you walk in, you hear the sound of somebody grunting, trying to pull on his lead.
I said stay.
This elk.
He's a good boy.
He's going to be so sad if you show up and he's not in that spot. You're going to go up to him and he's going to be like, I'm sorry, Dad.
I tried. He just wouldn't let me stay.
So, you enter into the manor.
Woo, finally.
All right.
We're
now
here, boys.
is the time for diplomacies and discussions.
Why did we bring Smoot again?
All right, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. Maybe drive through Mickey D's real quick. Anyone want a snow cone?
Sure, I'll take one.
Lemonade, anyway.
All right. So, down to the brass tacks, so to speak. If, for example, we were again talking about the fact that there could be a potential monster problem.
Yes, this place I know of, Old Urn had such a monster problem.
Old
You
Urn.
catch my drift.
Did you fart?
Did someone die?
No, I got it. It was a bad joke. Anyway,
I laughed at it anyway.
let's just say that there was a village in need of assistance, and that village was offering 28 as the number.
Gold?
And he makes a symbol which you understand to be in silver pieces. 28,000, basically. Not 28,000, 2,800.
Yeah, I actually caught your meaning on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
He
So,
does
yeah,
like
20.
he's like the hand symbol and whatnot. That's you've seen a few times.
Of course, you'd need proof of such services, or someone would, hypothetically speaking, and hypothetically, what might that be? Basically, what do you need to know that the job was done?
Bring back its head, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
We're talking about a single problem here, not a horde.
speaking hypothetically, it might be more than one or singular. We are not. No, the village is not sure.
Because if it was a horde, that might change the price.
I did not hear a D there.
If it was a whore, that might change the price.
Yeah, it would.
It would definitely change the price.
It'd be
And if it wa-
cheaper.
Be a lot
And if
cheaper.
it was a horde, that would affect the sum total. And of course, this all have to be kept in confidence. I'm sure everything would be well compensated if the job was well done.
You can roll a diplomacy if you were trying to haggle price.
Yes. I'd like to take my inspired roll today.
Probably a good time.
29.
Okay. He seems to ponder for a moment. All right. If, for example, that location was in dire need of assistance, they might be willing to part with 3.
Yes, does it just mirror? Did the number go down? Wasn't it 28? Now it's only 3.
I mean,
Maybe he meant like 3 additional per person, so we get like 31 silver apiece.
Does he make the same symbol that...
Yeah.
I understand that there may or may not be a bit of a time crunch on this. Well, it would shave some time off if we could get a little more information on what it is that needs to be taken care of.
If hypothetically we're speaking, it could be that the knowledge about what is problematic is lacking. They say in this hypothetical situation that anyone who has managed to come across it has not managed to make it back.
But it has shown up within a set amount of frequency.
Hypothetically.
Or it would. One hypothetical problem would.
The only thing that I know, hypothetically know, is that, well, a loud bellowing sound is usually heard.
If we were to be hypothetically assisting you, would we have free reign of the place to explore tracks in order to better get a location on this creature?
You are only free, hypothetically, to explore outside of the hypothetical village.
That would have such a problem, as he said.
Hypothetically.
Yes.
If you need to supply yourself before going out, you would be best to do so in this hypothetical village. There should be some supply available.
Well, the markets don't open till tomorrow.
I see you had quite the makeshift training grounds outside. Would there be any way that this hypothetical town would be able to provide supplies if there were a problem?
Hypothetically speaking, you would expect the hunter to be prepared himself.
I'm sure this hypothetical hunter is more than well equipped. Doesn't mean that you couldn't expedite the process.
Who is this you speak of?
I think the terms are fairly agreeable, if there were such an arrangement made. Just keep in mind, if there were something more dangerous than this monster, enough to take it out, it'd be a shame if a dot or tittle would fade from such a hypothetical arrangement. Translation: if something's strong enough to take out this monster, and you're having a hard enough time with it, and you don't pay them, that might be a problem.
So you're threatening him?
This is a threat, yeah.
That's an intimidate. He just smiles. If, for example, something should happen where such personages completed the task at hand appropriately, they would indeed get the reward in full.
Well, that sounds fantastic. You're oh so agreeable, Mr.
But idle threats do not make a friend of hypothetical mayor.
I wish to roll stealth and then intimidate to stealthily say,
They're not idle.
No, don't you... Oh
He
my
can do
gosh,
what he
I can't
wants.
stop you. Don't...
stealth.
Actually, I can. I don't want you to talk at all.
Do you
So-
silence?
No, I'm just going to...
Well, he's stealthing, so you'd have to go against his perception.
So 17 stealth to say under my breath with a 24 intimidate.
Don't worry. They're not idle.
Was that perception?
15.
In a way, he says it, and it's quiet enough that you hear just the end of it, but it's too late to stop him.
I need to chipper things up. So, before we say our farewell, I'm going to try to butter him up a bit more and say, but I'm sure everything would work out fine between great business partners, especially if great problems were resolved. And I'd like to roll to improve our standing with him, which is a diplomacy roll. 21.
Okay, you can make a perception check.
21 perception.
24 perception.
Okay. You both can see that his face gets a little contorted with discomfort, and you see a little bit of sweat form on his brow. But then he hears what you say, and he relaxes a little bit.
Smoot would leave and go to find Cerulean at the stables.
All right. Let's go, Smoot, before we overstay our welcome.
More than happy to.
And Smoot would exit, be the first one exiting the room.
I hate adventurers.
All this being said, it sure would be a shame if news about this got out.
That's what
You know-
confidentiality is for, and I start pushing him less subtly.
Exactly. There's nothing to... And currently, there's nothing saying we can't say anything.
I put my hand in his mouth.
Okay. You put your hand in his mouth as he gets that out.
Bite it.
Can I roll reflex to do it faster?
Sure.
18.
You managed to cover like the last word, but you still can't catch it because it was something he was in the process of saying when you registered.
I force everyone out of the room.
I really hate adventurers. So
Do we make it out of the room?
you make it out.
All
and
right.
You go outside.
That is the last time you're around for business handlings.
Oh, I think that went absolutely swimmingly.
American politics are the worst.
See, I don't think you were really getting anywhere with that, Finavir.
Yeah, it kind of seems like you just rolled over and let him have what he wants.
One day, when we're better equipped to back up what we're saying, it won't be so bad. But don't overpromise and underdeliver.
I suppose. Anyways, there's nothing saying that whatever this is that we take down, we can't also scrap for parts and sell.
Well, I mean, since everything was hypothetical, there was no way to find out if it was anything that could be done.
Yeah, that's true. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to make some killer kebabs.
See, I'm just appalled at the lack of information in this world.
All right, well,
It might be one, it might be a horde, who knows? We're not really sure.
it might not even exist. But all I know that does exist is that I need to go see what it's going to cost to get lodging for Cerulean.
Well, he was fine behind the cart this whole time. What's the difference?
His safety. If there's something parading around the town, eating people whole, I don't want him being kept outside of a town, attached to the back of a cart, which we've already seen a giant praying mantis eat one of the steeds.
Cece's good with animals.
It didn't really eat it,
And you
it
don't-
just sort of bit it, killed it.
Anyway, you go outside, and, well, Cerulean is not there.
But where's my elk?
Don't worry, we got him into a cart to the stable.
What? Wait, he pulled a cart?
No, I think they used a cart to pull him.
Why would you use a cart? Just lead him over there.
They just look kind of embarrassed. He wouldn't move.
I did tell him to stay. He did a good job. If we were to need housing, how much does it cost for lodging at the stables for steeds?
You'd have to check with the stable master there, but if I believe correctly, I think it's 2 copper a night.
All right, that sounds more than reasonable. I'll go speak with him.
And Smoot will go do this off screen.
You go do this off screen. You see that
Cerulean's already there.
I would calm him down, let him know that he did not fail, that he has made his father proud.
He has no idea what you're saying, but he understands the emotion. And he spits.
Wonderful.
And he spits.
Beautiful.
Does he spit at something?
And
Or just on the ground?
he spits. I'll leave it to your imagination.
Because at this rate, I'm assuming he's spitting in his face.
That's a good boy.
It's an imagination thing.
All right. So, yeah, I would pay the stable master the necessary copper to pay for 3 days lodging.
Okay. So you give him 6.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Then
So,
I guess I would just meet up back with everyone, probably back around the caravan.
so is everybody back at the caravan?
Yeah, I'd go back.
Okay. It's starting to get a little darker. It's like evening. Okay, so I'm assuming everybody's there.
Yep.
Okay, so everyone, you're back at the caravan wagon.
Ah, this is exciting.
I know. Are you ready to go on an adventure?
I'm so ready. I can't wait.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
You said it.
I mean, as it stands, Finavir and the mayor didn't get anywhere on an agreement, really.
It sounds like we were going to get paid like 31 silver per person.
Oh, maybe I should have gone along.
Yeah, I mean, he was originally saying 28, but then luckily Finavir convinced him into a confidentiality fee, so...
So is it 31 per person, or is it 30 per person, or
31 per person.
31?
I mean, that was 28 plus 3. That's the math I did.
If anything, if it was more than the 30 agreed upon, then it would be per head if there was more than one.
Amali just looks at you, Finavir, and he does the hand symbol. 30 this?
Is that what we're talking about?
Oh yeah, I signed back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
what does this mean, Amali?
I try to replicate it.
It's the amount of money you made, or you're going to be making.
All right, Amali, I know you're not this dense. How many zeros?
What? I mean,
What?
31 doesn't have any zeros in it, Mast.
3,000.
What?
3000.
Oh, that's a significantly larger number. We're getting paid 3,000 per person?
What is this per person? When did I say that?
I don't know. That's what it made sense to me.
Oh yes, I'm sure it made sense to you. We didn't even tell him how many people would be going out on this. And how does that make sense from a business standpoint anyway?
The more people involved in something, the more you need to pay.
So normally, and I'm just saying, because you're going to learn this when you guys get to Lamb's Respite, and you actually manage to take on a quest, that'll be the day. But they will have a set price that the person receives for the entire party.
Thank you, Amali.
Oh,
This is quest reward, not payment for quest.
so kind of like a
You
contractor giving a construction business a set amount to build their building for them, but it's a flat rate, which then they have to redistribute amongst all their workers. Got it.
No, it's you go and do this, you get paid this much.
Yeah, exactly.
I just remembered about something. I start digging through my backpack. I pull out a bow and arrow.
Okay.
Well, I pull out a bow and a quiver of arrows.
Okay. You pull out the old bow.
Yes, the old bow. Kelsey,
Yes?
you had mentioned about trying to keep yourself safe at a distance in combat. I do have this. It has a lot of sentimental value, but it'd be better to keep us safe.
Oh, okay, I can try it and see if it works.
Okay.
I had some trouble when we were over at the range. It was
No.
kind of hard to pull them.
She takes the bow from you and she attempts to string it. I'm assuming you keep it unstrung.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she attempts to string it. That is rough and she can't even do that.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to work very well.
I also got a bow from the bandits.
I don't even know if I can use that. I just don't think I have the strength to pull those. I mean, maybe I need to work on it, but
Well, maybe we can save up enough to get you a crossbow.
I mean, we could sell those, maybe.
I could certainly part with the one. It's like a lot of doubt because like the one bow is like from his dear friend.
Hey, Finavir.
Yeah.
If you're selling one, can you sell a second one? You tend to be better at this bartering thing, supposedly.
Oh, if I did, it would have to wait until tomorrow. The market's not open, but I will take it.
We sleep at a caravan of vendors.
Somehow that keeps slipping my mind. You know, I dreamed about traveling with a caravan for a long time.
And your dreams come true, and somehow you keep glancing over it.
Hey, has anybody seen Patrick?
Oh, yeah, where is Patrick?
Did you have him last?
I gave him to Alan.
I go and try to go sell the bows.
I would accompany Finavir.
Nope. Nope. You are banned from bargaining situations.
I need to buy something. What do you need to buy?
A great sword.
Sword. Sword would probably be good.
Good luck.
Okay, so you run off.
All right, then Alan must have him. I hope they're getting along really well. Maybe he's inside cuddling with him. I know I like to cuddle with him too.
I'm sleeping.
How can you sleep at night, you monster?
Like this.
With great relief. Maybe you're the thing that the mayor's hiring us to kill.
I don't know. I don't think he broke the wall.
Oh, all right, let's go inside and find out.
All right.
Let's see if we can catch him.
Push door open.
Okay, you open the door. The wagon is dark inside. Windows are closed, and you hear snoring.
Alan. Alan. Ow. Alan. Alan. Ow.
Alan, you feel something touching you.
Alan. Ow. Alan. Hold on. Maybe if I pinch his nose.
I got it.
Which bunk are you on?
I believe one of the bottom ones.
Ahem.
She is going to run and elbow drop you.
Wait. I think it worked.
Cece, be careful with that. You could have hurt yourself.
I could have hurt Patrick.
Is everything okay in here?
I just got dive bombed by a little girl.
Yep, nope, bye.
I am not a girl. I am a woman. Excuse you.
And she does it again.
You are a small female.
Speaking of small things, where's the Toda?
Where's Patrick?
It ran off.
What do you mean it ran off?
Am I able to get that out?
Yes.
I was carrying it. It saw the wet ground and got jumpy, and I did not care to chase it enough.
That's really weird because when he was with me, he wasn't jumping. He saw the wet ground and he was really excited.
He hates me.
Actually, I think he really liked you.
He bit me.
But
How could he like me?
I can't believe you lost him.
He is very fast.
Do you just lose children all the time?
No.
I don't know. It's a little suspicious.
I'm going to sense motive, Alan.
And I'm gonna bluff.
He's...
Sure, you can do this. Alan, you are at a bonus for your bluff right now, due to the seething pain that you have experienced.
18.
21.
Best, it doesn't seem like he's lying. It seems that he may have lost this Toda.
Honestly, it's probably for the better that we don't get caught with that thing.
I just can't believe you. You would just lose a young child like that.
I have been expressing my disdain for that creature's existence since we got it.
Did you kill him?
No.
See, that's my problem with this. If anything, I would have expected you to kill it by now, not just let it run away.
I was persuaded otherwise.
By?
Been telling me not to kill it.
That hasn't stopped you before from wanting to kill it.
Wanting to do things and doing them are two very different things.
Not really when you think about it.
Yeah, when you think about it. How many people do you think went down the street and really just wanted to punch someone rude in the face and didn't?
I really want to punch you in the face too right now.
Well, you did just kind of elbow me in the gut with your entirety of weight. Twice.
No, she only did it once.
I did it twice.
Did you?
I
That
did.
was impressive.
Yeah.
And Amali says you're not ready to hunt.
To be fair, I learned it from Amali. Mainly because I fell from the top floor of the
What
house.
is this about hunting?
And then I crushed him. And that's when I learned I could elbow drop somebody.
I can only imagine the sheer glee on your face as you pile drove him.
Sheer glee on my face as I pile drove you. I can't believe you!
I honestly don't know how you can't believe me. I've been saying that I would rather we not have it for a very long time.
I should say the same thing about you. I'd rather not have you for a long time. Maybe we'll put you in the tool shed. I don't know what that means. That's weird.
I'm sorry, what? She doesn't know what it means to put someone in a tool shed? Isn't that where we were keeping the Toda originally? In the tool shed, which is also the outhouse, which is also where water was being stored?
I know. Don't think about it. Just don't think about it. That's why it was an outhouse. Anywho, Molly pokes his head in.
So you lost the Toda.
Yes.
Good job.
And he runs.
Someone's on the same page.
Oh, you make me so mad. I'm going to kill all of you. Now, Molly, get
What
back
have I
here.
done? Gosh.
And then she runs off after him.
I'm so glad my heart's not there to break.
Well, that was interesting. I'm gonna go find food.
All right, back in the village, you guys go.
We're looking for the huntsman vendor.
Oh, the huntsman vendor. Okay,
Yep.
I'm sorry. There are 16 wagons.
I heard he's not mad at us anymore for something we did for him.
Knock, knock. Are you the huntsman? Knock, knock. Are you the huntsman?
Smoot?
Do you know which carriage he's in?
I have knowledge local. And also,
The knowledge local is just the downtime variant of going door to door and talking to people.
Smoot?
Me.
I need you to practice something for me.
Yeah, what is it?
I mimic me, and I open my mouth, and then I shut it. If you can keep it like that, I might be able to get us better than standard prices.
That's fine by me. I told you, you're in charge of selling it.
You already lost.
What?
Try it again.
Wait. 1, 2. You're in charge of selling it. Once I get my money, I'm going to do it with what I please. Thank you.
Okay.
After some time, you do find the wagon where the hunter is. He opens up the door.
Can I help you?
Yes, you can. I believe so. You're a purveyor of weapons and hunting gear?
Mainly the hunting gear.
All right. Well, we might be able to do business. Can we see your wares?
Unfortunately, if my stall is not opened up, I'm not open.
All of the wagons are closed up. None of them are open to anything right now. Like, they're all closed. None of the ceilings are pulled back or anything.
Can I know the rules of how this caravan works? Because we've been with them for a while, but I guess this is the first time that it stopped somewhere.
You could roll something like knowledge local.
That would be a 15.
You aren't sure why they aren't open right now. It's kind of weird because you would assume being in a village or a town that they would be open up.
So my assumption was correct. That is good. Okay, well, sorry to bother you. We'll wait until you're open.
That's not going to be until we get to Lamb's Respite.
Oh, that's a shame.
Smoot
Okay.
elbows him and starts shoving things in his arms.
Well, if there isn't anything else I can help you with, I need to get back to my work.
Very well.
Actually, due to the whole encounter with El Chico and his banditos, we have recently fallen into some excess and surplus supplies, which we were looking to be able to part ways with.
He opens the door back up slightly, switches his pipe to his left hand, chewing on it.
We know you're not officially open, but seeing as we are traveling together, and while we just so happen to fall into this, we figured now's just as good as the time as ever. We're kind of just sitting around for 3 days. I'm sure you're a very busy man and all, but there's some matters that we need to attend to.
I'd be willing to take the bows off your hand, but I'm not selling out right now.
That, as far as I'm concerned, that's fine by me. As long as you'd be willing to purchase them, maybe we can talk with someone in town and get whatever supplies we may need.
He thinks for a moment.
Very well.
He asks you if he can take a look at the bows.
I hand him the 2 composite bows.
Okay. All right. So, general Pathfinder trade is you get, I believe, half the value of what the actual bow would be, which he offers you.
Okay, that sounds agreeable. I give you your fair share.
Awesome.
Well, it seems like they kind of had some kind of a training barracks going on in town. We might have some luck scavenging up supplies from them. They might be willing to trade.
Yeah, I saw a few people with crossbows. We'll have to do with local trade.
Okay.
All right, so I guess we'll go into town and see if we can sweet talk someone out of their weaponry.
Okay. So you go around and you do see still that most of the stores are closed. The smithy is open, as well as the archery range, which actually has a Fletcher and a bowmaker there.
Ooh, fantastic. The smithy's open.
The smithy is open, mainly for general tools and stuff like that.
I mean, hey, I consider a greatsword to be a very standard tool of use.
What are you looking to buy?
Greatsword. Just regular, medium-sized greatsword.
Okay. They have a great sword in stock.
Yes.
It is standard great sword at the silver price value for the weapon.
50 silver out of my pocket to him. I now have a large two-handed weapon.
Yes, you do.
Do I find anyone that I might be able to try to tuck a crossbow off of?
You go to the bow maker.
The Fletcher.
Yeah. The Fletcher is the one that makes the arrows. The bowmaker is the one that specializes in making the ranged weapon of bows.
Okay, then I'll go to him. Yeah, of course.
Okay. So yeah, the bowmaker does have crossbows in stock. He has both light and heavy.
I don't even know what a heavy crossbow would be. That's something that...
A lot more damage.
So a regular light crossbow does 1d6. For a medium creature, it would do 1d8. A heavy crossbow would do 1d10 of damage instead. Also, it has a range increment of 120 feet instead of 80 feet, so it can shoot a lot further.
Do they take different bolts, or do they just take crossbow bolts, or do they fire arrows?
Yeah, you have to buy the bolts, too.
Are they different for each, or are they just crossbow bolts?
They're just crossbow bolts.
I'd like to get one of each, and I don't know, like 100 bolts.
So you want a light crossbow and a heavy crossbow?
Yes.
So the heavy crossbow is 70 silver, and the light crossbow he is charging 50 silver for.
That's above my pay grade. How much for like a bundle of bolts, and how much for what?
For 10 bolts, it is 1 silver.
Okay, well, I can't afford 2 heavies, so I'll get 2 light crossbows, and I'll get 40 bolts.
Okay. So you spend a 104 silver. All right. Shopping is done, I'm assuming.
Very much so for me, yeah.
I think so. I can't imagine anything else I would want, unless... So I'll go to the Fletcher and ask if I can buy any feathers from Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey specifically? He asks.
Oh, it's not too much trouble.
I mean, I have chicken feathers.
No, their eyes are on the side. That wouldn't count.
I'm sorry. I would just use what we have around. If you want Bird of Prey feathers, you're probably going to have to wait until we get some kind of shipment in, but I can only say that we've only had chicken feathered arrows.
All right. Well, they seem pretty impressive for chicken feather arrows. You do a good job.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Thanks anyway. So I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to say you all end back up at the caravan.
Woo. Yeah. We'd probably all meet back up, rest for the evening, and then Smoot would suggest.
I think we should probably make way tracking whatever this is from the outside where the giant hole is in the wall, and probably track it from there, starting at daybreak. First thing tomorrow morning. Sound good to everyone?
I want to go, but Molly won't let me. Oh, no.
So, whatever happened to Patrick anyways?
You want to know what happened?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of left the realization.
Really? Want to know what happened?
I mean, kind of. That's why I asked. I wouldn't ask if I did.
Lost Patrick.
Wait, who's he?
He.
Who?
Alan. Lost Patrick.
Oh, Alan. How could you do this?
You probably drowned him in the lake.
I did not drown him in the lake.
I think that would be hard. They're kind of semi-aquatic. They can probably hold their breath a while.
Doobie doobie dooba.
So that held on.
Taylor, how could you? I know you had a grudge against the little guy.
I mean, Molly, we can compromise. You don't want her coming on our dangerous monster hunt, but what if you went looking for Patrick? If he just so happened to get lost, you could probably find him.
No.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
No.
No?
That means
Would you
no.
rather her come with us?
No.
Can we
No.
not go looking for the venomous creature again?
Why? It's probably lost. Do you think it can survive on its own?
He's
Yes.
probably cold, afraid, and scared, and naked.
He probably doesn't. I mean, if he's still young enough, he might not be able to hunt for himself.
We're in the same type of marshy area that we found it in the same climate, in the same type of area. It's probably fine.
What if it can't hunt for itself and you just doomed it to starving to death?
Oh, no. Okay, hold on.
Well,
No, it can't be. How could you do
It's a venomous, paralyzing animal.
You're
If it nicks something, it will have dinner for a week.
Well, that's if it can catch something. Who knows? It doesn't know this place.
You're a venomous, paralyzing animal.
I do not have venom, ma'am.
Your words, they bite.
Smoot, why are you fanning?
I mean, all I'm saying is that we heard something about a monster that can swallow a human whole. It can probably eat a baby Toda.
You probably wouldn't be interested in a baby Toda.
Are you sure? It sounds like a meal to me.
Oh no, please stop. I can't. We have to find him.
I'm gonna grab Smoot by the shoulder very firmly. You are not helping.
Helping what? You lost the thing.
And you're
I'm gonna grab
you are
Smoot
making
and
this.
by the shirt and start pulling him outside.
Smoot does not allow you to.
Are
you strong enough to lift him? How do you insist? Because Smoot does not want to. He feels bad that Cece lost her pet. This is like his daughter to him.
Her pet that we agreed to get rid of.
Why is everyone against me on this?
I'm going
You are a horrible party member.
It's
to
been
make
named.
you feel bad by intimidating and insinuating that the emotion of the situation is on you.
Well, I mean,
Has this
the
stopped
emotion
you?
is-
With facial expression alone.
Sure. I was going to say, this didn't stop him before when he caused CC to run out into the middle of the road to get bit by the Toda the first time we had an issue like this.
I would try and pull Amalia aside.
Hold on, before everyone starts freaking out, calm down, everybody. Everything is fine. Everything is okay, I think.
I hope so. Amali, can I borrow you for a moment?
Hold up, before any of you leave, what is this about a hunt?
There's a giant monster that's eating people, and I think the mayor has not yet paid us to take care of it, but if we bring back proof that we killed something, then we might get paid.
You didn't ask for anything up front?
I wanted to, but Finavir insisted on not.
Yeah, Finavir doesn't seem too good at this diplomacy for questing.
I was gonna say.
He's good at haggling. He's not good at diplomacy for quests.
I was gonna say.
If we sent Taylor in there, we would probably only get 500 for something worth far more.
I mean, probably true, but I was gonna say half up front, and then half when the job's done, and then depending on how much we have to deal with, we could upcharge more, especially because we can blackmail him due to the confidentiality thing.
Smoot.
What?
Did we not determine the last time that we went looking for dangerous animals that we were woefully unprepared?
Yeah, that's why I bought this.
And I brandish a giant greatsword.
Okay, that's nice and all. Very pretty.
Thank you.
And I would love to swing it.
It's really good. It's got good heft.
The point remains, we are likely under-equipped, under-experienced, and undermanned for this kind of undertaking.
Listen.
Who authorized this decision?
Wait a second, actually, he's not wrong, because there's actually women here, too.
I mean, as it stands, no decision was made saying we are going to do this.
It was all just a hypothetical. Hypothetically, if we wandered out into the swamp and hypothetically killed a fake creature that may and or may not exist, and then brought back proof of us killing it, we would then get paid 500 silver per person.
So
So-
it's fake?
This was for another town. Let's be
Yeah. For a
right
town
here.
that doesn't exist and a not real creature that isn't plaguing and eating the current citizens.
So why don't you just ask for money up front?
That's what I wanted to do, but hey,
You,
listen,
you probably still can.
I don't know. I think Finavir burned that bridge.
Then walk in there, and don't take this the wrong way, but use your body.
Oh, I tried to use my body, and my body was scoffed at. Apparently, it is not very appealing to the eye.
Actually, I think you had him running on the ropes.
I mean, we can go back there and try and get some money up front. That's what I wanted to do initially, but at this point, I mean, we might as well just go get the job done. I doubt it'll be that big of a problem.
Are we talking about a monster that did what has been done to the wall?
Yeah, that one.
Wasn't that, like, catastrophic damage?
It was like a small hole in a wall that was like maybe a few inches thick of timber. It's not really that big of a deal.
Smoot.
Yeah.
Wasn't this wall made of basically felled trees?
Yeah, sure. They're little thin ones, though.
That's like a foot thick or more of wood in most places.
I mean, listen, ocean tides have been known to erode rocks over many, many years. So
Yeah.
I'm sure a big creature body slamming it enough times would eventually break it.
And you think we can fight this creature if it broke trees? If it broke, I'm just bear with me. If it broke trees and it were to hit your body,
Yeah.
how much more resilient than your body do you reckon a tree is?
All right, now.
Because the answer is a lot.
Now, Finavir has told me not to speak frequently, but I had a really great idea. Don't get hit.
That's a really good idea.
That's a really good idea. You got to admit.
I'm gonna slap him. I slapped him. I rolled to slap him. I would like to roll to slap him.
Listen, I don't know about you.
Is that an unarmed strike?
Yes.
That provokes an attack of opportunity.
Sure. From an unarmed strike, you put your blade away.
Did
didn't
I? I had it in my hand saying it had nice heft.
you? You're not gonna swing a sword at me.
No, I'm not.
There's not enough space.
You don't have to anyway. I don't think, because that's 15.
That definitely hits. Excuse you? Remember, my AC's an 11.
I thought you were wearing armor.
You're right. My AC's now a 12.
Ouch.
I got the studded leather instead of regular leather.
I slap your shoulder.
Yeah, pretty much.
Amali catches your hand.
All right, ladies, that's enough.
I was just trying to prove the don't get hit point.
All right, ladies, that's enough. Since we can't seem to figure out what exactly you're going to be doing, I think this is a good opportunity for you guys to really test your mettle.
I agree.
I'm not saying we shouldn't do it at all. I'm just saying
All right.
this seems a little
I propose
brash.
a compromise.
Brash. That's pretty funny coming from you.
What if it gets too hairy, we run away?
Amazing.
An
worked with-
idea.
that definitely worked with the Toda. I think we can pull it off again.
Running is always an option, especially when you're a seeker. You never know when the walls will come caving in on you, and you'll have to run for your life. Just don't hold your ground for everything. It's not a good idea.
Listen, I just had a fresh bath. I feel 10 years younger. My back hasn't felt this great in literally decades. I feel like I could go toe-to-toe. Let's go.
Well, I'm glad you guys are going to have fun.
And he just pats you on the back.
You're right. You're going to be helping Cece find Patrick.
That's right. We'll find him. He'll come back home, and we'll all be a family again.
You know, it's not as bad as having to watch you guys struggle.
We'll be fine. I'll make sure that Finneveer doesn't die instantaneously.
No.
Nest doesn't catch the whole place on fire, and make sure that Kelsey stays as far away from danger as physically possible.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of problems and solutions, chin chin, sparkle, sparkle. I show off a crossbow to Kelsey.
She looks blankly at you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure what you were doing.
It's a crossbow. And is this the kind with the handle that you turn back, or is it the kind that you pull back with your foot?
Big old
It's a
lever.
lever.
What do you think? You said you'd reach? Unless you were thinking like a spear. Because if that was the case, then I guess I have two of these now.
Oh, those are so cool. That's really cool.
Did you buy one for yourself and her?
Well, yeah, I hold up two guns in the air.
Oh, what if she dual-wielded them?
I think I would have to have, and she's looking at the mechanism as she receives the one from you. I think I'd have to have multiple hands to do that.
Well, I mean, you just shoot, drop one, reload the other one, but at least you get two arrows off before you have to reload,
I
instead
think
of one
that's
arrow.
just a waste.
I also don't imagine that she'd be able to aim very well holding both of those out.
Who knows?
They're very cumbersome.
Anyway, so is the decision that we're going out to hunt this thing? Are we just not?
We ain't got nothing better to do.
Also, let it be known, we weren't given an exact description of what we had to bring back. We just had to bring back proof that we did something.
You're right.
If we just bring
have-
back some ominously threatening, air quotes, creature out from the swamp and say, this is what did it, who's to say we're wrong?
That's bad business.
We weren't given a description. It was literally a hypothetical.
But we can get one. All we need to do is procure some cakes.
Also, the book.
I'm illiterate.
He's not.
Neither she.
Points to CC.
You're right. I'm not illiterate.
My point being, we have, if I'm not mistaken, a codex of sorts of monsters.
Supposedly that's what it's supposed to be. That's why it interested me. CC, does the book say anything? Can you flip through it and scroll through and see if it says anything about creatures that might live in this swampy area?
Hold on, you got a monster codex and you didn't tell me?
Yeah, it was my investment.
This says something about Volume 7.
What is Volume 7 about?
Please don't say, like, the desert. The exact antithesis of forest.
Can I check the front of the book?
It says Arizona.
Sure.
21.
The word diary is on it.
There's just the word diary.
It's just the word diary. And she's flipping through it.
I have no idea what I'm looking for. What is it?
Anything pertaining to a swamp and a big creature that could potentially eat people whole.
Also,
Well,
wasn't there
Whole might be an exaggeration, but we don't know.
wasn't
This is
there
interesting.
slime around the walls, ruins?
From what I could see, yeah, but the villagers kind of blocked my sight. I mean, the mayor did say when we talked to him that anything outside of town's free game, and seeing as the hole kind of goes through town, there's more than one way to look at it. If we just go around the perimeter and look at the hole through the outside, we can probably follow some tracks.
Now, would the creature be under J or
How would I know what it's under?
Cece, we're gonna have.
it's alphabetized?
By the creature's name?
Well, it only starts with J
It starts with J.
and it ends with L.
We have 4 letters of monster names.
So we have part of an encyclopedia.
I mean, it did say Volume 7.
We have J, K, and L. Amazing.
Interesting.
Is there anything that pertains to the area that we're in? Just flip through it and see if you see anything regarding anything that might be useful. Forest, swamp, planes. I don't care
Ooh,
anymore.
a Jabberwock.
A what?
I don't know. It just says the word Jabberwock on it.
Please tell me it's nowhere near here.
I've heard lots of monster stories growing up.
I'm not fighting a Jabberwocky.
I really hope most of them weren't true. Like, considering the girth of that volume,
Considering that that's 3 letters and that's only one of many.
I'm now starting to hope you got gypped.
Well, some of these go on for long pages. Some of these are like 15 pages long. Wow.
Well, it's probably an index of every known creature to the creator.
Look,
So-
it goes through growth stages if you flip the pages like this.
And she flips them back and forth, and you can kind of see like a moving creature.
Very handy.
They've got picture books. That's pretty cool. Hey, Taylor, you might enjoy looking at this.
Speaking of looking at books, Finn, can you teach me to read this language? I could read the language from where we're from, but and it's spoken the same, but I don't know those letters. So can I get like a can we work on something where like we can make a translation page for me
Well,
so I can translate letter by letter?
I'm going to put it this way. It's getting late, and if you guys are going to be going out tomorrow morning, you want to make sure that you're well rested.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. We don't want to go out tired.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I can teach you on the way up to Lamb's Respite.
That would be much appreciated. I would like to be able to read at least a slow pace by the time we get to the library.
That's a bit ambitious. It depends on how eager you are to learn and how well your aptitude fits you.
Well, if I'm able to at least translate letter by letter words, then that might work.
All right. So you guys are going to settle down for the evening. And
Slip.
yes, the sleepity sleeps, the sleeping of sleeps. Isn't it beautiful? So as night continues on, you guys sleep through the night. Thankfully, it is quiet, peaceful, and you hear the sound of frogs, crickets, and lots of other strange sounds in the night. And evening passes, and then morning comes, where it's time for you once again to set out on a journey. But we'll have to figure out next episode how you guys get all set up and start your journey towards whatever creature may there be in the marshes. And that is where we're going to end off this week's episode of the Gate Chronicles. I feel like that's like the first time in a long time we've ended off on like a very calm note, and I think that's impressive. It takes a lot to be calm.
I mean, last episode
Yeah,
wasn't terribly active at the very end.
It was amusing.
And then there's the calm before the storm.
Always calm before the storm, because that's how it is. All right. Thank you so much, Foundlings, for listening to this week's episode of the Gate Chronicles. If you did enjoy this episode or you've been enjoying the series, please make sure that you continue to follow along and also leave us a rating and a review in whatever app that you're using to listen to the podcast. Hey, you can also go to our social medias on Instagram and Twitter at RollFound, or on Facebook, Missing Role Player Found, and you guys can give us a shout out and say, hey, we really like this thing, and then maybe we'll give you a shout out back. Who knows? And also, if you want to support us in other ways, consider going to our Patreon. That link is in the description below, or you can go to bit.ly/support MRPF, and there you can donate to us monthly and get access to early release of episodes, among other things. Or you can also go to our merchandise store on our website at missingroleplayerfound.com. That's missing, ROLL, playerfound.com, and you can get shirts, hats, t-shirts, and more there. And also, don't forget to join us in our Discord. That link is in the description below, where we can all hang out, chat, and have a good time. So make sure, guys, you continue to follow along with the story, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
And a 1, 2, 3. Whoa.
Oh, this is
For the longest time. Whoa. For the longest time.
I can't remember how the song goes.
To you tonight. There will still be music left to write. Oh, good night.
I'm so
Inspired by you. I haven't felt this for the longest time.
We're just Quentin or you is gonna come across that, and it's just gonna be funny.
Hi, future me.
I
hope you're more coherent now than I am.
Ooh, suck it.
This cacophony was sponsored by Quentin's dumbassery.